I want to thank you for this opportunity. I know that one or two of you may have wanted interviews, and I said they should wait for some time, like Nancy. And this is the right time. I wanted to listen to the president's speech and then react accordingly. First of all, I want to use this opportunity to wish you all and wish all Nigerians a very happy Democracy Day, even though it is debatable whether Nigerians across the length and breadth of our country are happy, even on this Democracy Day. And all I can say is they should not lose hope, because democracy is about hope, hope for a better tomorrow. Today, this morning, as we were in the Senate chambers, you were all there when the president's communications about appointments in Rivers State were read by the Senate president as required by the rules. And you were all there when I rose to raise a point of constitutional order, which I'm entitled as a senator to do. And the Senate president didn't pay attention, didn't respond, didn't reply, brushed it aside, and then rushed all of us through the communications he read, and then we all went to the House of Reps. That, again, is another blatant, suppression and disrespect for my rights and privileges. I or any senator, by the Constitution and the rules, we have a right to raise issues. And by the Senate rules, he has an obligation to listen to it and rule on it. If he's got majority behind what he's doing, his majority can have the way. But my minority must always have my say. And I'll communicate that to the Senate president. A lot of us were embarrassed and ashamed. But that's about that. The communications were about deepening the undemocratic military rule that is still subsisting in Rivers State. And that was why I wanted to raise that point of order. If you have a military administration in the midst of a democracy that we're celebrating today, of all days, why did the president and the Senate president choose today, being Democracy Day in Nigeria, to read those undemocratic and unconstitutional and illegal communications to the National Assembly? I will not even bother to take constructive objections and concerns. Well, that tells you how the APC has reduced Nigeria's democracy to. I take very strong objections to that. And listening to the president's very flowery, otherwise impressive speech, let me say this. It's a good thing to make beautiful declarations of principles and show democratic commitment. Words don't show democratic commitment. What matters is actions, actions and actions. The president touched on some notes that were right, recognizing those who fought for democracy. And I was a young man in the trenches myself. And because of those, joined the AD. The president knows that. But you cannot be celebrating democracy. You cannot be flaunting yourself as a Democrat on the one hand, and on the other hand, be trampling democracy under your big presidential foot in Rivers State. The president missed a golden opportunity to raise and deepen democracy in Nigeria by restoring on today's Democracy Day democratic and normal civil constitutional rule in Rivers State. Of all the things the president said, the president was silent about Rivers State. And today is about democracy. Today is not about repression. Today is not about suppression of the views of the people of Rivers State. Today is about respecting and upholding the democratic rights under the Constitution and the laws. These issues that some of us feel passionate about, it's not because of Fubara's nationality. It's not about Fubara's party, if he has any. And these days, you can't even be sure which party people belong to. But these are issues about respecting the democratic rights of the people of Rivers State under the Constitution. So I'm disappointed, firstly, that the president never said a word about the undemocratic developments in Rivers State, which he has enabled, which he has brought about, which he has sanctioned, and which he continues to sustain.